Kenneth White will be laid to rest tomorrow. White's tragic death has shaken many communities in the capital region after his body was found in a culvert near his trailer home in Knox last week. His 19-year-old cousin Tiffany Van Alstyne is accused of choking and bludgeoning him to death. Calling hours will begin at 8:30 in the morning at Riley Mortuary in Amsterdam, New York. The funeral will begin at 11 o'clock. White will be buried at Calvary Cemetery in Glenmont. A Queensbury man is facing felony assault charges. Police say he left bruises and welts on his 6-year-old son. Warren County Sheriff's investigators and Child Protective Services say the 6-year-old child told them his father hit him several times on the bottom. The mother says she found the marks when she picked up her son from his grandparents' house on Sunday and brought him to the emergency room. On Wednesday, Warren County Sheriff's deputies arrested 39-year-old Jeffrey Lampier after he allegedly admitted to the spanking. Officers say he told them he spanked the boy as a punishment, but may have spanked him harder than he intended. Police say Lampier has been ordered to stay away from his son. An Orange County woman is accused of stealing money from her son while he was deployed overseas. On Tuesday, state police arrested 46-year-old Pearl Smith of Greenville. Troopers say Smith became a suspect after her son, a U.S. Army soldier deployed to Afghanistan, reported someone had been taking money from his bank account. Police say Smith stole $27,000 from her son while he was deployed. She's charged with grand larceny and aggravated identity theft. The holidays may be winding down, but holiday shopping isn't. Many people are planning on cashing in on after Christmas sales. Kurt Gregory reports.
Just when you thought you were done for the holidays, with the malls, the crowds, the deals, and the bags, get ready for round two, those dreaded returns.
Holiday returns are arguably one of the worst parts of the holiday shopping season because you do think that you're almost done.
Many retailers tighten up their return policies around the holidays to fight frivolous returns and flat-out fraud. Before you venture out, go onto the website of the store you're going to and get familiar with their policy. Make sure you have a receipt. Leave the original tags on and make sure the item is in sellable condition. Without a receipt, don't expect to get cash back.
Without the receipt, it does get a little bit patchy. You may only have to get a store credit, for instance, and so the receipt gives you a lot of flexibility.
If your gift was purchased online, some retailers will let you return it in their stores, but you'll need the packing slip that came with the order to return it. If you ship the gift back, you may be in for a big surprise.
One of the catches that we do often still see with online retailers is that they will only do a refund to the original payment method. So your gift giver is going to get a refund, but you're not going to get anything out of that transaction.
After Christmas sales are huge for retailers. Stores will try to lure bargain hunters with deep discounts. You might not want to rush out the door to make that return.
If you can wait until Saturday or even the weekend following, you can go and do your return then and then take advantage of those great post-holiday sales.
So before heading out, do your homework. And many happy returns. Kurt Gregory, NBC News.
On Christmas Day in Albany, it was mission accomplished at the City Mission. As Dan Levy reports, the homeless and the hungry were treated to a holiday feast and much more.
It's probably as un-Rockwellian an image of Christmas as you could possibly find in America, but it is a real image, and these are the faces of our Capital Region neighbors celebrating Christmas together with old friends or with total strangers who become new friends out of necessity or circumstance at the Albany City Mission.
It looks like a time when everybody's happy and glad to be here, and it's a festive place, so I'm thankful for, peace on earth and peace at the mission.
As the longtime executive director of the City Mission, Perry Jones orchestrates the finely tuned holiday activities that begin with a Christmas worship service and include the delivery of 3,000 gifts and 3,000 meals to and for the neediest in our area.
Every year it's all about giving, and my kids taking. So this year is something different for them.
For Jasmine Pinn, being at the City Mission this year for Christmas was voluntary. She's determined to make sure that her son, daughter, and niece understand why they should be there too.
My family and I wanted to do something different this year. We didn't celebrate Christmas, we didn't put up a tree, we didn't do gifts, we just wanted to give back.
For Ronald Miles, a recent prison parolee, this is his first Christmas feast in freedom in 23 years, and he's appreciative appreciative of everything the mission has done for him.
Clothing, health care, bedding, and all kinds of stuff, even directing me to some areas where I can get other public housing.
We just have everybody helping, and that's what makes this community such a great community, to make sure that the homeless are not left out when it comes to the high celebration of the birthday of our Christ.
That was Dan Levy reporting. It's the big screen comedy that has created international controversy. The Interview, a satirical story about a plot to kill North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, has opened across the nation and here in the capital region. Let's go to Richard Jordan, who joins us live from Washington. Good morning, Richard.
Hi, Anna. Good morning. A lot of people are looking at this to see if perhaps it will change the way movies are released in the future, but it seems that across the board, industry experts are saying this is an isolated case. There was so much attention on this film, and it was only released on a limited release. So only about 300 independent theaters across the country were showing The Interview starting yesterday. Anyone else who wanted to see it could get it online. They could either buy it or rent it on different video online services, places like Google Play, YouTube Movies, Microsoft's Xbox Live. So now those outlets are getting some more attention from this. But industry experts say don't expect you're going to see more and more movies being released this way. This was a movie that had a lot of buzz. A lot of people were interested in watching it. There weren't many theaters that were agreeing to showing. In fact, many of the big chains said they would not show The Interview. So that's why you had this different type of release. And again, it's not something that appears to be catching on. Later on today, we'll find out exactly how The Interview did at the box office on its first day. Again, only a couple hundred theaters released it, so don't expect to see a high number there. But there are some people who said even though the movie was sold out at the theater they went to go see it, they still wanted to pay for a ticket. They couldn't watch the movie because it was sold out, but they wanted to pay for a ticket because they wanted to be part of this experience. They say it was more about freedom of speech than just going to the movies. Anna?
All right, Richard Jordan, live in Washington. Thank you so much. The new year is quickly approaching, so how does the forecast look for the rest of 2014? Neil Astano has the answer in his first warning forecast. And still ahead, a man in New York City is under arrest after allegedly making comments about killing police officers.
Coverage you can trust with Bill Bailey, Sabrina Dami, and meteorologist Paul Cayano. This is News Channel 13 Today.